Hi everyone, this is a Precon Upgrade video on the Sultai Arisen. We will talk about the two new commanders, the new cards from this Precon, the notable reprints, and finally the upgrades for both budget and expensive. Let's begin. The primary commander is Kotis, Sipsik Champion. He allows you to cast one creature card from your graveyard, and then he gets bigger and bigger every time your creature leaves the graveyard. Very straightforward. He is a reanimation engine, so be sure to fill your graveyard and bring back those big, scary creatures. The secondary commander is Teval, the balance scale. It can get you one land back when he attacks, and then when something leaves your graveyard, you can create one zombie druid token. Okay, it's a very cute card. When he attacks, you get a ram and trigger landfall cards, and that second ability will trigger and get you a zombie druid. Nothing suspicious, right? Okay, I need to address the elephant in the room. That second ability is busted. It is so strong and it has combo potential. It works well with Gravecrawler, which is in this deck, or Bloodgas. You just need a sacrifice outlet like Phyrexian Altar to get you infinite zombie druid tokens, and then run a powerful payoff like Blood Artist to drain the table. Wow, that is insane. Teval is very strong. Kotis and Teval works well with each other. When Kotis reanimates a creature, Teval will reward you with a zombie druid token. This time, we are flipping the script because we're going to run Teval, the balance scale, as the commander for this Precon upgrade, because there are a lot of shenanigans we can do with this dragon, and most of the cards works well with Teval. Here are the other 8 new cards for this Precon. Colossal Grave Reaver. It's a powerful reanimation engine if your creature got milled away. Afterlife from the Loam can steal your opponent's creature and serve under your control. Teval's Judgment can reward you with a card draw, treasure, or a zombie druid whenever something leaves your graveyard. Welcome the Dead can flood your board with tons of zombie druid tokens for every card that will put into your graveyard from your hand or library. Floral Invoker can bring back a land from your graveyard by cashing in one creature card. Will of the Sultai can bring all your lands from your graveyard back to the battlefield and supercharge one of your creatures to kill your opponent. Diviner of the Mist can help you cast one instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. Steward of the Harvest can give your creatures all activated ability of all land exile with this creature. Wow, this card is insane. Now all your creature can get these cards benefit. Here are the notable reprints for this Precon. Hedron Crab, Doughty Voidwalker, Gerard Gogori Lichlord, Lord of Extinction, Omnixilus the Fallen, Life from the Loam, Living Death, Conduit of Worlds, Phyrexian Reclamation, Command Beacon, and Crypt of Agadim. Overall, the reprint value for this Precon is amazing. Probably this one takes the cake. Before I proceed, let's talk about the upgrade goal for this Precon. We want to fill your graveyard with cards and then make them leave somehow to trigger Teval's ability. Once we assemble our zombie druid army, we can overwhelm your opponent. How do you make cards leave your graveyard? You can either reanimate them, return them back to your hand, or exile them from your graveyard. Fortunately, this Precon is pretty focused on that strategy. We just need to change a few cards to make it better. I'm taking out Crawling Sensation, Essen Anchor, Grapple with the Past, Grisly Salvage, Seder Wayfinder, Shigeki, Skull Prophet, Millikin, and Reassembling Skeleton from this Precon because they are very slow mill engine, but don't worry, I'll be suggesting more powerful mill cards. I'm taking out Disciple of Bolas here because I have a better replacement. I'm also cutting Lord of Extinction because I want more synergistic card for this deck. Exiling cards from your graveyard may trigger Teval's ability, but it is not good in the long run, which is why Necropolis, Fiend, and Tassiger are out of here. Steward of the Harvest is honestly a very cool card, but not in here. She's suited in other decks, which is why I'm removing her. Also, I got a hunch that this card will be insane in the World Shaper Precon in Age of Eternity, so stay tuned. Here are the budget upgrade for this deck. Tatiova, Moldrifter, Eternal Witness, Contaminated Drink, Prophet of the Scarab, Lost Monarch of Ifnir, and Genesis are excellent card draw engine. Remember, you can always fill your graveyard when you discard the hand side. For mass disruption, I'm adding Calling Ritual and Nuclear Fallout. Nuclear Fallout can give radiation counters, which will cause everyone to mill their library, giving us more option when we cast Afterlife from the Loam. Blood Gas is a very good card because it can always come back when Teval brings back a land. Head Shredder is amazing here because all those land that are milled away from the library will return to the battlefield. Snarling Gorehound and Titan's Nest are powerful combo that can generate tons of zombie druid tokens. Red Return is a cheap reanimation spell by sacrificing your tokens to the flashback cost and then bring back one big scary creature. I'm also adding a Curse Marauder and Flashback Marauder so that we can disrupt your opponent's board and destroy any hexproof or indestructible creatures. So let's talk about the expensive upgrade for this precon. AC, Tyrant of Gear Strait, and the Gitrog monster are powerful card advantage engine. Here are some powerful and expensive mill engine or sacrifice outlet for this precon. Phyrexian Altar, Gagmore Salvage, Ripples of Undead, Mesmeric Orb, Altar of Dementia, Warren Soul Trader. With these cards, you can combo off with Teval and Gravecrawler or Blood Gas to generate tons of zombie. Here are some powerful payoff. We'll be adding Blood Artist, Zulapod Cutthroat, the Meat Hook Massacre to kill your opponents. Raid of the Relinquary can be a sacrifice outlet and ramp. Moreover, it can find Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, Cabal Coffers, and Shifting Woodlands and put them onto the battlefield, which is why I'm adding these three powerful lands too. With a huge graveyard, Shifting Woodland can turn into anything. I'm also adding several targeted disruption spells so we can go unscathed. Our upgraded precon, it's a combo centric deck, which is why I'm adding Entomb and Bury Alive here to help us out. Here are 3 game changer cards for this precon to fulfill that bracket 3 requirement. Demonic Tutor and Vampiric Tutor allowed us to find any combo card and add it to our hand. Fierce Guardianship is here to protect our combo engine. You can check out both decks under the video description. Be sure to check the card tagging button to see which category they belong to. Here are some considering cards for this precon. I added this section here because I want you to have the flexibility of upgrading this deck. Some people may like or dislike the playstyle I suggested. For example, the expensive upgrade focus on combo playstyle. Some people may like it while others despise it, but that's okay, which is why I add this section right here. So here goes. Hermit Druid can fill our graveyard excessively if you run very low basic lands. Tortured Existence can make your creature leave your graveyard, which will trigger Teval's ability. Tormorph, the Desecrated, works similarly to Teval because he creates zombie tokens. Insidious Roots can work well with Gravecrawler combo and generate tons of plant tokens. Sir Conrad the Grim can ping your opponents down when you do the Gravecrawler combo. With your huge zombie army, you can win by casting Craterhoof Behemoth. It will pump up your team and swing for the win. If you're going for the landfall theme, be sure to play these cards. For extra land drops, I suggest Exploration, Burgeoning, and Azusa. Here are some cards that allow you to play lands from your graveyard. Raminath Excavator, Crucible of Worlds, Ancient, Green Warden. Here are some payoffs when you play lands. Lotus Cobra can give you extra mana. Scoot Swarm and Rampaging Baloth can generate a lot of creature tokens. Royal Elemental can steal your opponent's creatures and many more. One way to replay those lands you had on the battlefield is by sacrificing them and play them from your graveyard. Sylvan Safekeeper is a good sacrifice outlet for lands, and he can protect one of your creatures. You will also need to run some fetch land to abuse those lands for triggers. Let's run some bounce land too to get back your lands and play them again. I know you could steal your opponent's land with Greenleaf Archdruid, but please keep in mind that adding this card will push this precon into bracket 4, so it is up to you to decide what to do with this card. Greenleaf Archdruid is perfect in this deck, but it can cause bad play experience, so this is just my thought. With that being said, that is all for this video. What do you think about the Sultai Arisen Precon? Among the other Tarkir Precons, I think this Precon is probably the most powerful because of Teval's ability and the cards in this deck. Moreover, the reprint in this deck is absolutely insane. So many value cards. Do you like this precon? Please let me know down in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe. It really helps out this channel. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and have a great day ahead. I will be back for another precon upgrade, the Abzan armor. Bye bye.